Hello everybody, it's BTalk1724 here again, back with another video. And in the last video I posted, it was about the Reavers of Pokemon first encounter. It was the end of the encounter where I believe Quinaro died. Poor Quinaro. Anyway, you've probably noticed, hey, he said he was going to do the whole adventure, and he hasn't. Well, there's been a good reason to that. Well, stuff came up, obviously. Stuff I'm not going to mention in this video. But in that time, I've been able to buy 3 more Essentials products. Well, the first product you already know about. Hold on. And that was the Dungeon Master Kit. You probably see it already in the corner. I'm trying to keep out those things, but anyway. And here you go. You already know what's in here. Whoops, got the lid on. The Dungeon Master book, 2-part adventure, 2 double-sided maps, 3 sheets of tokens, and a fold-out 4-player Dungeon Master screen. Wait, what? 4-panel. Wow, I'm reading off the video camera. So anyway, the first product here is the Dungeons & Dragons Essentials Heroes of the Forgotten Kingdoms. This allows you to play druids, paladins, rangers, and warlocks. It has a bunch of neat stuff. I've already created one of each for the book in here. One cavalier, one druid, I don't know what, a Sentinel, I think, the paladin, cavalier, the hunter and scout rangers, and crap, I don't know, the warlocks, I forgot. I didn't really like the warlock, in my opinion. So I didn't really care to remember it. I think I think it's, shoot, I'm like having on the tip of my tongue. Skills, races, the tiefling, the human, the half-orc, half-elf, a drow, and a dragonborn. Well, dragonborns. Let me see. I think it's Hexblade. Yeah, that's what it is, Hexblade. So anyway, those are the special classes in here. There's also a second book out called Heroes of the Fallen Lands. I do have a PDF file for that, so I only did spend another, I believe I spent $20 on this. So, yep. Alright, and that was that. It was actually a pretty good book. It's nicely small, and I like the fact that you get 2 different kinds of rangers, and I really like the Heroes of the Fallen Land. You get 2 different fighters. Like, I think you get a Slayer, a Knight, a Mage, a Thief, and a War Priest. One product I have already, and I just noticed that all that's showing. Just ignore the background, please. So anyway, yeah. I really like this drow. Got to get his butt kicked by a rat with a awesome bow. So let's throw that to the ground. Actually, I should show this in the order I got them in. I got the D&D Heroes of Forgotten Kingdoms along with the starter set. So, in this starter set, this will be the first time I'm actually showing the contents of it in this box. Yeah, I've already opened it and played through the adventure. So, yeah, that's why you see all these. These are power cards, already punched out for 4 characters, a War Priest, a Thief, and a Slayer, and a Mage. All characters in the Heroes of the Fallen Lands, and giving you 4 races, the Elf, the Human, the Dwarf, and the Halfling. It gives you a nice little set of die. Oh, there's a 6th one. The D4 I'm missing. The one that looks like a pyramid. Yeah, there it is. There we go. I already have my own set of dice. This was just extra power cards. And that was just extra dice. Gives you 4 character sheets, making sense for 4 different characters. Here is my Elven Rogue, all level 2s. My Halfling Cleric. Want to mix it up and not give it the generic, like, Ooh, the halfling rogue, the elven mage, human cleric, and the dwarven fighter. But I have a human wizard and a dwarven fighter. I think the only one is that the dwarven fighter, and the elven rogue is kind of common. Halfling cleric. I think they're going for the halfling rogue, a human wizard, a dwarven fighter, and a human cleric, dwarven fighter, human wizard, and what's the fourth one? I'm having a brain fart. But anyway, you get tokens. Only a sheet, unfortunately, one sheet of tokens and a battle map representing this adventure, and 2 of the tokens just fell out. They're really, really thin, which I don't like, because the Dungeon Master kit came up with thicker tokens, and they had an easier time staying in. So anyway, you get a bunch of little player tokens, 5 action points, and we get 2 dragons, this black one and the white one that fell in. Sorry about that. And you get a bunch of your generic monsters, goblins, gnolls, or something. I think that's all these are kobolds. Got your orcs, got your lizards, folk, more kobolds, got your drakes, got your town guards or your humans, got your horse, and unlike the Dungeon Master kit, where if you flip it over, you get a bloodied side, this one you get more monsters. You got your stringes, your zombies, you got your bugbears, excuse me, you got your rats, your were-rats, your skeletons, more zombies, more were-rats, spiders, your big killer jello, big dumb zombie, and only the players get bloodied sides. Where, if anybody doesn't know yet, bloodied means, in this edition of Dungeons & Dragons, 4th edition, bloodied means halfway dead, or half of their HP is gone. And I should really take out this token sheet. Hopefully no tokens will fall out this time. Hooray! You get a battle map representing this adventure. It's double-sided. Like 4. You get your big generic dungeon, and your inside, you're kind of like a crossroad thing. A player's book, and it even says read this first, as I think was on top. But this will teach you how to make a 4th edition character going through a solo adventure where you are jacked by a pack of goblins and lead them up to their cavern and beat the living crap out of them. And there's no backside, it just tells you how to read a power card. So yeah, it was a 32-page book, and I did it 4 times all by myself. That was really sad. And the Dungeon Master book, teaching you, well, this includes the adventure for 1st level characters, and like the Dungeon Master book, it's just a really, really abridged version, but even shorter than the Dungeon Master book, just to give you the basics. The Dungeon Master book and the Dungeon Master's kit is actually a lot better than that. I've never used that because I have the Dungeon Master book. So I'm going to put away all the contents. Trying to do this all one-handed. Got your character sheets, you got your 2 books, got your battle map, got your tokens, got power cards. I know it's all just one big mess. I don't know if you've referred back to these characters in a long time. Oh, and there was also an ad in here for another solo adventure, but I turned it in. I didn't put the flyer back in here. The little thing in. Your dice. Let's put the lid back on that. That was the Dungeons & Dragons set. And even on the back it shows you the stuff. See, the big generic dungeon. Big, you can see behind them. Alright, so we put that down. And the final product I have gotten, this is the most recent product I have gotten. Oh, and, yeah, the Monster Vault. I didn't even open that. This was $20 as well. And I got this in the Essential book, or the Forgotten Kingdoms book, both at $20. This one I got the cheapest one I got for a Christmas present. This is actually the cheapest one I got. There. I bought this at a used bookstore, and I just happened to find this. I don't know if you can read that, but it says $15. And I will show you retail price of $40, I think that is. Oh, no, $30. Well, half price is always better for me. Paying only $15 for this. You get a nice little owl bear with a bugbear and a bunch of goblins in the back. Monster Vault, a horde of iconic creatures for any campaign. Speaking of that, well, the reason why I've stopped, because I'm going to try and make my own campaign. I'm really good at storytelling, so let's see how I can do as a campaign creator. Just be stuck with the battle maps, because I don't own any dungeon tiles whatsoever. I'll have to maybe get some graph paper. So anyway, let's open her up. So the first thing when I opened up this is usually all covered in saran wrap or shrink wrap at this adventure, Crane of the Winter King. I really haven't felt like doing it. I don't have all the dungeon tiles I need, so I'm not going to do it. Anyway, it's for 4th level characters. It's a pretty good adventure, I guess. I've read part of it. It's got all your stuff you need. Now it's on the floor. I hit it too many times. But anyway, I'll just leave it there. You get the gist. It's just one book instead of... You get a battle map of actually like a throne-ish kind of area, leading up to a throne, like right there you got that chair. I've heard you can build this with dungeon tiles, but I don't own any, so I don't need to build it with dungeon tiles. Let's put this one in the box. And now for the main attraction. The monster tokens. They stopped making ministers, and this is my start to Dungeons & Dragons was D&D Essentials. So I'm never probably, if I want a miniature, I'm going to have to get it off eBay or something. But anyway, it gives you a bunch of tokens. You get your hag, you got your more drakes, humans, tons of goblins. And unlike the starter set, these come over with bloodied sides. So, like, if I want a drake, I'm not going to take one from the starter set. I'm going to take one here and get the bloodied. Instead of having to constantly remember, oh, that one's bloodied. Some effects come with bloodied. And more tokens, ranging from normal. Anyway, as I was saying, I had to go take care of something. Sorry about that. You get your normal size. You get your large monsters and your huge monsters. But there is something awesome and not only people really look at that I know of that look at this, but they included this little ring, which says on it, place a large creature token inside this ring to create a huge creature token. So normally, the stone golem is a large creature, but you give it this ring, give it that extra hugeness, and it even comes with a bloodied side. So you can just take your stone golem, name him a little bit bigger for your campaign or your encounter, throw him in the ring, bam, you get your huge stone golem. Just pop it back into the token sheet. I thought that was really cool. So you get one of those so far. This is the second sheet of tokens, also with bloodied sides. You get everything that you would think of, like dragons, demons, ogres, werewolves, tieflings, these weird crocodiles on crack, elementals, thingies, like lesser elementals, tons of these mind flayer, or slayers, one of that, mummies, even more dragons, a second ring, demons, horse, stuff that's not even cool enough to get a picture, it just gets a word, skeletons, animals, owl bear, more stringes, this awesome lion thing. These all come with bloodied sides. Killer jello, so if I need a second one, I would have one. Personally, my favorite, this flesh zombie, and other things named that I loved, I think is awesome. This imp, which I plan on using for my campaign. Alright, the thing here is a third ring. 8 more zombies. Rats. 2 more of these giant hulking zombies. Plus my third, so now I have 3 of them. Gargoyles, beetles, a second young white dragon. This thing here with its awesome name called the Purple Worm. Literally, I'm going to show you in the book. Its name is Purple Worm. All with bloodied sides. It's nice. And this thing here, black pudding. Even pudding is deadly nowadays. Even Death Knight, more bugbears, crocodiles, battlelists, batalists, something like that. Whatever the heck that is. Angels, more elementals, more demons, more dragons. A beholder, nice, I really like that. Cyclops, Hydra is more a bigger version. Those little things I don't know the name of. Eldrin, dwarves, these little evil dwarves, drow, trees that went crazy. A fourth ring. This is my first time actually counting how many rings I get. 2 dire wolves. I have a third, I think. On the back side of one of them, I have a third. I may never use it. Bear, dire bear, or these weird things that look like it came out of the movie Avatar. Wraiths, a 5th ring. Titans, earth and fire. These awesome looking trees I can make huge if I want to. These ogres, if I want to make them huge, I can. Dire wolves or regular wolves. And that was it. So I get 5 of those rings, so that gives me a nice option to make 5 different. 5 of these huge. Kind of cool. Since they've already done this, I kind of wish they would give a ring for huge, normal monsters. So you can turn a normal sized monster into a large monster. Keep this one for the large ones. Anyway, here's the main attraction. Adios thing. The Monster Vault book. It is a pretty thick book. Look at that. Look at those pages. Gives you a nice which token belongs to which. I've always tried figuring it out myself. Now I don't have to. Oh. I said I'd do it. There you go. There's your purple worm. Purple worm. Anyway, this video was 17 minutes long, just showing off what's been going on with me, where have I been. I am not dead for any fans who really missed me, but I am back, and I'm going to be creating a campaign, a character for that campaign, and who knows, this will be an awesome campaign, hopefully. So, we get the Monster Vault book, and 10 sheets. This is 9 right here. Oh, I have 9, and when I paused real quick, I picked the book up. Oh no, knocked out a token. Never good. There we go. Fix that. See, I got the book off the floor. I had to go retrieve my book. Just hopefully it won't fall back on the floor. 10 sheets of tokens, a adventure, and a battle map. Just no flyer in here because I got it at the used bookstore. Previous owner was taking out the flyer, thrown it away like I would usually. I threw away the wedge that usually comes in, and I threw away the book holder. So anyway, this was a long enough video, almost running on 20 minutes. So this was BTalk1724 signing off.